March 15th, 2018, 3:47 a.m. The Atlantic Ocean is black glass, and the Carnival Destiny is the only light for 100 miles. A mother's voice cracks over the ship's emergency line. "My daughter is missing, Lila Briggs, 16. We woke up and she's just gone." By dawn, they find her cracked iPhone on deck 7, right by the railing. By noon, the captain makes the announcement everyone already knows in their gut. Passenger overboard search suspended. The ocean doesn't give bodies back. 3 days late, Kesha Matthews lands in Atlanta with nothing but a death certificate and an empty casket on a luggage trolley at Greenwood Cemetery. She collapses on the grave and screams until neighbors 2 streets over call the police because they think someone is being murdered. That scream became the soundtrack of the next 6 years of her life. Angela was born in the part of South Atlanta where hope usually dies before 18. She became a mom at 26 when Lila's father fell from scaffolding and never got up. Angela worked double shifts as a nurse, put herself through night school, became a child psychologist, and still made it to every recital, every parent-teacher night, every fever at 2 a.m. For 14 years, it was them against the world. Inside jokes, matching braids, a language only they spoke. Then, Tyler Briggs walked into a hospital charity gala in 2015. Tall, confident, pharmaceutical rep with a smile that could sell ice to penguins. He listened to Angela like no man ever had. He told Lila she was brilliant, artistic, special. He proposed in under a year, adopted Lila the day she turned 14. Angela thought she had finally won at life. She didn't know Tyler had already started counting the days until Lila was his. It began with small, perfect moments. He'd take Lila for coffee, so Mom can sleep. He'd sit on the porch swing with her after Angela's night shifts, talking about dreams, about how most people settle for ordinary lives because they're afraid to want more. Lila's diary, 2016. "Tyler makes me feel seen, like I'm not just someone's daughter, like I matter on my own." By 15, the entries changed. He says Mom tries, but she'll never understand me the way he does. By 16, the entries stopped being innocent. November 2017. "He kissed me in the car after he picked me up from Sarah's. I kissed him back. I know it's wrong, but it felt like the only right thing I've ever done." Tyler was 38. Lila was 16. January 2018. He floated the idea of the cruise. He told Angela it would fix the growing distance with her daughter. He told Lila it would be their escape. Same trip. 2 different promises. Angela packed photo albums, Lila's favorite snacks, and every ounce of hope she had left. Tyler packed fake passports, an offshore account with $180,000, and a crew member he'd paid 15 grand to look the other way. March 15th, 2:30 a.m. Lila left the cabin in a stolen maintenance uniform, hair tucked under a cap. She handed her phone to James the crewman. He smashed the screen, placed it by the railing, and at 3:52 a.m. made the radio call. "I think I just saw someone go over." While Angela was ripping the ship apart cabin by cabin, Lila was already on a tender boat to Freeport, then a private plane to Guatemala under the name Maria Gonzalez. The FBI interviewed Tyler for 20 minutes. He cried on cue, told them Lila had been depressed since her grandmother died. Case closed in 48 hours. Presumed suicide. Tyler held Angela at the empty coffin funeral, hand on her shoulder like a good husband. 6 weeks later, he told her, "I can't keep drowning in your grief," packed 2 suitcases, and walked out forever. Angela tried to die twice. Once with pills, once by simply giving up eating and moving. Both times her sister Michelle found her in time. 6 years of psychiatric wards, orange pill bottles, support groups in church basements, where other parents at least had bodies to visit. 6 years of learning how to pretend you're healing when every breath still tastes like graveyard dirt. November 2023. Michelle and Angela's grief group friend, Tracy, finally convinced her to try a long weekend in San Juan. First trip anywhere since the cruise. Angela wore Lila's silver locket every day, just to have something of her little girl against her skin. Day 3, Old San Juan, open air market. Angela was looking at a painting of the ocean when something made her turn. 20 feet away, a young woman is buying mangoes. 2 little kids, a boy, maybe 4, a girl in a stroller. The way she shifted her weight when she laughed. The crescent birthmark. Angela used to kiss every night when she tucked her in. Angela walked closer like she was in a dream. 5 feet away, the woman turned. Time stopped. Same eyes, older, sharper, but the same eyes that used to look up at her from the back seat, asking for one more story. Then a man walked up, put his arm around the woman's waist, and kissed the top of her head, the way he used to kiss Angela. Tyler. 6 years of grief exploded in Angela's chest like a bomb. Lila looked up, saw her mother, went white as bone, grabbed Tyler's arm, whispered something frantic. Tyler's eyes found Angela across the market. For 1 second, the mask slipped. Pure animal panic. Then they ran. Stroller wheels rattling over cobblestones, disappearing into the crowd. Angela screamed in the middle of the market. Not words, just a sound that made tourists step back like they were watching someone burn alive. Her friends thought she'd finally snapped. She hadn't. 2 days of stalking the market. One old vendor who said, "You mean Lila? Yeah, she comes Tuesdays and Saturdays with those beautiful kids." One taxi driver who took $200 and a look that said, "Don't ask questions." One chase into the hills behind San Juan. A little yellow house at the end of a dirt road. Old pickup truck in the driveway. Children's toys in the yard. That night, Angela walked into a gun shop that opened at 6 a.m. legal purchase. Background check instant. She didn't know if she would use it. She just knew she wasn't leaving Puerto Rico without answers. November 24th, 2023, 9:30 a.m. She watched Tyler leave for work, waited 5 minutes, walked to the door and knocked. Lila opened it in pajamas, hair in a messy bun, coffee in hand. The mug fell and shattered the second she saw who was standing there. Lila became a whisper. "Mama." Angela stepped inside. "Don't you dare call me that." The children were told to go play in their room and shut the door. They waited all day for Tyler to come home. 5:20 p.m. Truck rumbles up the dirt road. Door slams. Tyler walks in, laughing at something on his phone. He stops dead when he sees Angela sitting on his couch. The air leaves the room. Tyler tries the smile first, then the excuses. "She wanted it. She pursued me. She was mature." Angela pulls the gun from her purse. Everything slows down. Tyler's charm dies in his throat. Lila screams from the hallway. "Mama, no!" Angela's voice is ice. "You stole my daughter. You stole 6 years. You let me bury an empty box." Tyler backs toward the door. "We're happy. Just leave." The gunshot is deafening. Tyler drops. Blood spreads fast across the tile, mixing with yesterday's spilled coffee. Lila's scream is worse than the gun. Angela stands over him. "You don't get to be happy, not after what you took from me." Tyler gasps, reaches for Lila with blood-slick fingers. She doesn't move to help him. 3 minutes later, he's gone. The children are screaming behind a bedroom door. Angela drops the gun, sinks to her knees in the blood and coffee, and starts shaking. Sirens in the distance. She doesn't run. Police burst in. Angela raises her hands. "I killed him. He groomed my daughter and faked her death. Take me." They do. June 2024. Angela is convicted of voluntary manslaughter. 8 years. Out in 4 with good behavior. Lila takes a plea. 5 years for fraud and conspiracy. The 2 children, Marcus and Kira, now live with Aunt Michelle in Atlanta. They visit both mothers in prison on alternate weekends. Marcus still has nightmares about the blood on the floor. Kira draws pictures of a yellow house with red crayons. Angela says the hardest part is looking at her grandchildren and seeing Lila's eyes staring back. Every visit is love and punishment in the same breath. Some call Angela a monster. Some call her the mother who finally ended the monster. I'll let you decide. But one thing is certain. That empty coffin in Greenwood Cemetery will stay empty forever. Because the Lila Angela buried that day in 2018 really did die on that ship. It just took the rest of us 6 years and 1 bullet to finish the job. If this story broke something inside you, tell me in the comments. Gun in your hand, yellow house, 6 years of pain. What would you have done? Like, subscribe, share if you dare. I'll see you in the next one. If you can sleep after this. This is True Crime Chronicles. The next file drops soon. She's alive. And I just killed her father. Some ghosts deserve to stay dead.